We are ready to do free fall first. We're on page
Free fall.
132. Yeah, your favorite free fall.
He's really good at free fall.
T squared, negative 1/2 g t squared.
Example number 4. Let's do example number 4. And hopefully this will jog our memory and we will just kind of work with this. So it says a dynamite blast propels a heavy rock straight up with a launch velocity of 160 feet per second. And it reaches the height of that after t seconds. So we have S is equal to 160t minus 16t squared. Okay? So if you rewrite this, this rewrites as, correct? And now we're comparing this to what?
Negative 1/2. Yeah.
This guy, right?
Yep.
So which means that the negative 16s came from where? Where did the negative 16s come from?
Acceleration.
So the acceleration is what?
Negative 10.
32. Negative 32, right? Negative 32 feet per second squared. It's negative because gravity is pulling it downwards. Negative 32, right? If you are in SI units, it would be negative 9.1 meters per second squared. So this is the initial velocity, correct?
Yes.
160, right? You said 160, right? Question A, how high does the rock go? How high does the rock go? So how would I figure that out?
Graph it, find the maximum point.
Graph it would be one way. Or I could go ahead and pull the 16 out, right? Which would be negative 16.
You
Right.
just complete the square.
I just computed the square, right? That's where the
How
25
did
came
you
from.
do that, Mr. On?
So if I multiply these two out, when t is equal to 5 is when I'm going to get the maximum height, right?
Yeah.
Because I have t is equal to 0 and t is equal to 10. So I have 0 and 10. Obviously the maximum height is when t is equal to 5. This guy goes to 0, 0. Negative 16 times negative 25 is 400. So the height here is 400.
Wow.
Right? Pretty simple. B, what is the velocity and speed of the rock and when it is 256 feet above the ground on the way up and on the way down? So 256. 256 is here.
It's going to be the same.
So we're going to put 256 here. I need to solve this, right?
Yes.
So I need to solve. So I'm going to get, if we move everything over on this side, I get 16t squared minus 160t plus 256 is equal to 0. Divide by 16. Right. And if you can't get this, what do?
Quadratic.
Just quadratic your formula, or you can just graph it really, right? So, and they wanted to know what was the velocity then? So how do I find the velocity? I have no equation for the velocity.
Let me think here.
Well, the instantaneous velocity is the speed, no?
That's right. So how do I find that?
Well, you just did.
I did not. I found the time, I didn't find the velocity.
Then put the time in.
Time in where? In here?
No.
I already know what I'm going to get. It's going to be 256.
Yes,
That's what I solved.
Then what
That
you
has
want
nothing to do with the
from-
velocity.
Then what you want from me, Mr. On?
So, velocity is equal to s prime. Remember we talked about this? You have to take the derivative?
Oh.
So if I take the derivative of this, I get, or I'm going to take the derivative of this, right? Right here. So I'm going to get negative 32t plus 160.
And now can you put it in?
Now I would just put 8 and 2 in here.
Wow, that's so
Right.
cute.
Okay. And you would get the same speed you would get the opposite direction because one you're going up,
And the other
the other one you're coming down, right? Okay, so that's that. C, what is the acceleration of the rock at any time during this flight? Well, duh. Put this right here, right? Or actually, it's the derivative of this guy, right? So you would take the derivative of this. This guy goes away. I have negative 32.
That's so
That's all
cute.
that's left, right? Negative 32. D, when does a rock hit the ground?
10.
10 seconds.
And we're good there? Okay.
We're done.
So let's move on to, I'm gonna let you guys do sensitivity to change.
Mr. On, David has a question.
Yes.
What is prime's velocity?
Huh?
What is prime's velocity?
Why is ice prime velocity?
Why is this prime velocity? Because this is the S, this is the height or displacement, right? Speed is what? Speed
Distance
is
over time.
delta S over delta T, isn't it? Right?
Yes.
How far did you go in how much of a time? Correct? So basically, if I limit T goes to 0, this becomes V, which is basically the derivative of S. Okay, so that's why that happens there. Now V prime
It's acceleration.
is acceleration, right?
Negative.
You're just doing one more, right? So you have this guy, and then you have V, which is this guy, and then you have A is equal to negative 32. Right? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Page 135, bottom. Derivatives in economics. Economics. Who does economics?
We did that last year.
Page 136. Yeah, remember doing this? We did this, right?
Not quite.
No, I meant we did economics last year.
So this one, the marginal cost and marginal revenue. Cost is C, obviously, C of X, where revenue is R of X. Okay. And the maximum profit is realized when C prime is equal to R prime. Okay? So where the marginal cost equals the marginal revenue is going to be your maximum profit. And blah, 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 blah. Find the marginal cost and the marginal revenue. So just taking the derivative, right? C prime is what? We're in example number 7. What is C prime there? C prime is equal to x cubed. What was C? X cubed minus 6
X squared plus
plus 15x, right? So if I take the derivative of this, you're gonna get what? 3x squared
minus 12x
6
12x
plus 15.
There you go, right? R of x is equal to x cubed negative 3 plus 12, x cubed negative 3 plus 12. If I take the derivative of this, it's the derivative of this, which is
12x.
3x squared minus 6x. 12. Right?
Oh my gosh, you just
And then I would set these equal to each other to find where I get the maximum profit. I don't think they actually have you do that here, do
Can't
they?
you just do it in the calculator though?
They don't. Yeah, they don't do that.
what do they do, Mr. On?
Says your shop currently produces 10 radiators a day. So now I know that x equals to 10, so I would just put 10 in here, right?
Wow, so cute.
So I go C prime 10 is equal to 300 minus 120 plus 15, 195. R prime 10 is going to be equal to 300 minus 60 plus 12, 252.
Good job, Mr. On.
Okay. Blah, 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 and we are done.
Woo!
Sit.
Good job, Mr. Rom.